that'd just be really silly. This is, hello, just trying YouTube broadcast for the first time. I'm Veronica, and this is Crystal.
Crystal.
Hello, Crystal. We're trying Fiasco, many, many miles apart. I'm in Colorado, and Crystal is living. Now, Dave asked me what town you're living in, and I'm like, it's near the border. He's like, there's a lot of towns near the border.
The border is mighty long.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you off air.
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair. He's in Texas. He's in South Texas.
I'm in Texas.
There we go. And like I said, we both like storytelling, and I like wine. So
I have fishy crackers. Not even as good as wine.
Fishy crackers, though, are really, really valid, though. So
Right?
We have already created a play set. Well, we're using a specific play set from. Let's see. Hang on, I'm just minimizing all this business because I'm using Acrobat.
Yeah. Who was it by? It was written by.
Yeah. We're currently using a play set established by Bully Pulpit Games. Let me see if I can show you.
Written by Nick Wedding.
Yes.
That actually adds up pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. It's called Science Comics. This is a Fiasco play set that is available at Bully Pulpit Games. It's pretty neat, and I'm very excited about it. So we've already created our characters. Unfortunately, there's two of us, which means we had to kind of generate a third character, which we will surreptitiously play ourselves using very crafty disguises. This is the very crafty disguise in which we're going to be playing Pablo, which, yeah. So Pablo has a generated character, and I think it would be good to start by introducing our characters that we've created. So, shall I start?
Absolutely. You're first on the list.
I'm first. I am playing the Germinator /47. This entire event is happening at the supervillain retirement home, I would like to say. It's, the location is a planned community for supervillains. So it's pretty fun, and I played the Germinator, who was a supervillain, and then relegated to henchman status after a botched thing, which will be fleshed out later. And yeah, my goals are to get even with the Guild of Supervillainy. What are they called? The Global League of Villainous Enterprises, because I was reduced to a D-class villain status, looking to regain the former infamy. However, this character is a lot older, and this light at the end of the tunnel has faded over time. Currently,
I'm so sorry, but just out of curiosity, Germinator, are you killing people with germs and different diseases, or are you like the anti-Hitler?
I am the Germinator. It sounded good at the time, honestly.
It sounds amazing. It just could go either way. Like their germs are your tools or your weapons. You just really hate Germany.
But badass. The Germinator is actually the superintendent. Well, pardon me. Number 47 is the superintendent of the supervillain suburb. 47 is placed in charge of maintaining the death rays and various super plagues for the aging villains, because those need to be kept up. Bedpans on occasion, however, the contents of which are used for other nefarious purposes. Another very important location is the bowling alley. Now we've got to come up with a really clever name for the bowling alley. The bowling alley is where the Germinator regains his former glory, often at the expense of maybe perhaps a 287 game. That's kind of the highest that the Germinator has gotten. However, those are well earned with various nefarious traps and so forth. So let's what is your character?
I'm Terry, also known as 3008. I was just placed here by the temp agency. I have no particular dedication to this job or anything. I'm looking for my one true supervillain. The one person that I can dedicate my measly little life to. Very eager to prove myself, totally ready for some evil doing. But as this is just a temp job, not too much evil doing. There's no insurance, no dental. There's not a lot of security here. All right. So, yeah, I've worked for various different villains as a temp, but for some reason they keep sending me back to the temp agency. It's unfortunate for me, but I've met lots of interesting people in my travels. And I hate bowling. Hate it so much, but it is the only damn place I can find food in this retirement home that doesn't come from the cafeteria, because I do not like mushy peas and like overcooked liver and stuff like that. So it's where I go to eat. Huzzah.
Very nice. And then we've got Pablo. Do you want to be Pablo? Or do you want me to be Pablo?
I'm Pablo.
You're Pablo! Oh, where did you go?
Also, oh, where's Pablo? Pablo, also known as 22. He's been working at this little retirement facility long enough to prove his worth. He's really come up in the ranks. He has a mustache, a delightful mustache that he waxes regularly. He's a superb bowler. And he's proven this because he has gotten 295. Has not hit the 300 mark yet, but 295 is his highest game. No one believes that it's happened because it didn't actually happen in the retirement home bowling alley. But he swears it happened. It happened. 22 also has this interesting plan that involves becoming sin vicious. And, well, let's just say that it's no accident he works where he works. And he's going to make his dreams come true. Also, I think we should pass on. Oh, we need to finish this up, but he has a girlfriend. Ish. He has a friend who's a girl. God, he has a one-night stand. And they came in like a two-night stand. Like it's a thing, but it's not a thing. We don't really need to talk about it. It happens. It might be useful later, but you know, stuff.
I like it. All right. Well, cool. Now we start the Fiasco game, which is a series of scenes kind of played out, whether it goes well or poorly for the character who is currently interacting within the scene. Crystal, do you want it to be my scene, or do you want it to be your scene, as far as Terry learning the ropes, or as far as the Germinator, pardon me, number 47, teaching the ropes?
Your scene.
My scene?
Teach me the ropes. Yes.
Okay. So this is kind of how I see it working visually, cinematically. So we kind of see a very nice, nondescript, a pan of this very clean, very nice, very modern suburb neighborhood. You know, it's nice, and you kind of hear birds chirping, and not a whole lot of people are out interacting and stuff. And then you see kind of scrabbling across one of the yards, you see a squirrel, you know, who kind of like runs up a tree, you know, and goes to a tree house, which is kind of a little bit weird looking. It's not the style of your typical log cabin. It's kind of in the style of like a nouveau kind of scary haunted house style, and it kind of perches itself, and there's a little sign at the bottom of the house where it says, for birds only, fairly warned be these squirrels. And the squirrel starts kind of eating, because the squirrel can't really read. You know, I don't know why they decided to put that sign there, but
you never know. It's a super villain retirement. There might be a squirrel who's learned how to read, like science experiments.
Maybe that's a project of another supervillain. You know, so this squirrel kind of has like a little metal cap on its head that kind of glances at the sign And it stops, and then it starts eating the birdseed, right? All of a sudden, out of the back of this Art Nouveau birdhouse springs a little laser, right, that points right at the squirrel, and the squirrel disappears in a cloud of smoke. Thus starts a normal Sunday morning in the supervillain retirement community. Shady Acres. Shady Acres. So, the sun kind of continues going up, as does, and we see a bus kind of trundle by. It's one of those gypsy-style buses, you know, like the gypsy cabs, where it kind of has like a couple of panels worth of cardboard and stuff to like make sure that things don't fall off and things like that. Just enough to protect the bus from falling into utter destruction, but not enough. But, you know, very clearly establishing its place in the world. It kind of trundles in, stops with a squeal of brakes, and the doors kind of like rickety open, and down steps our character, number 308, Terry, call me Terry, 308, kind of walks out. He takes a look, breathes in the freshly mowed grass, and he can't quite tell what else is on the air, but really it's Death Adder, which is this particularly virulent kind of crabgrass that was developed by one of our old folk villains. Call him the botanist, because he ought to be the top botanist, but he developed this wonderful crabgrass, which, if you get too close, well, have you seen the film The Happening? That's kind of, you know, a fictionalization of it.
Yeah, I was thinking crabgrass. It actually...
Terry wouldn't know. Terry wouldn't know. He's like, there's something like cinnamon, or something, or death. I don't know. I can't quite tell. But he kind of goes along. He has kind of a half-ripped piece of yellow paper, like with the lines on it, like something that you can, like, you know, rip off of Office Max, but it's like ripped, has a bit of a coffee stain on it. And he looks around and he sees this like 2-story, 5-bedroom mansion, followed by this like 2-story, 6-bedroom, this Art Deco space, and next to it is this like 300 square foot ramshackle, but very well maintained, but very low quality. I mean, this person's put a lot of love into it, like a house. And he looks, and it is number 666, Inevitable Defeat Way. And he finds our friend, the Germinator. Kind of walks up, rings the doorbell, Germinator, Germinator, and opens kind of a squeak, and you see the Germinator look out. Now, the Germinator is dressed in kind of this, like, full-piece, like, workman outfit, but with a mask, which is not really standard for your henchmen's, but the Germinator insists on wearing the mask. And stops, looks at him, but stops, and then turns and looks very grumpily at the squeaky door. And
I'll stop doing that pretty soon.
okay. That's my mother.
Well, straighten my crisp white polo. It has the temp agency symbol embroidered right here. It looks strangely like the little Illuminati symbol, but not quite, because I'm sure it's copyrighted. They're very protective of their symbols. I have my khakis all pressed and everything. Like, I'm here for the
wait. And the Germinator disappears back into his house, and he appears like in an instant with some WD-40. Hold on, just slam! Slams the door. And stays closed.
Germinator, Germinator! As I press the doorbell.
Opens the door.
Cute.
Like the door flings open. And there's no... Can I help you?
Yeah, the temp agency sent me for the,
I know who you are.
Well,
I guess you'll want a tour around, huh? Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, hold on. Slams the door. Opens in an instant with a slightly lighter colored mask. All right, let's go. Starts walking. This distinct 4.5 by 4.635 block is known as Shady Acres. You do not want to go past this perimeter. There are landmines around every single line of the perimeter, so do be careful. And I mean, I say be careful, but you know, whatever. All right, have you signed your contract as far as no liability? I trust you have.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because it said something about this plague. Like apparently, the person I'm replacing, they broke like a thing, and they are real sick. And insurance is there.
Jared. Yeah, Jared. He was a good cat. Yeah. Talked a little too much. It sounds like you're kind of following in Jared's footsteps there. But no, he's fine. He's fine. They ended up getting rid of a lot of the eyes. Well, anyway, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. That's been handled. I got my cleaning crew. You're good. You're good.
Oh, so it's handled. Like, there's no, like, should I have a mask? Like, is that, should I?
You know what we don't like here at Shady Acres is a lot of questions. All right, you should know what your business is. You should know what you're doing. Let me show you what you should be doing so that you should know what you should be doing. Shh. All right, hang on. So we started taking a walk. You know, around, so it's 16 square blocks worth of very crisp, pristine, like, location, and the camera's kind of at the ground level as we're walking in the very, very neatly trimmed grass. I trim this grass at 3:05 every single morning. That is the approximate time that our supervillains prefer to be woken up so that they can keep their level of hatred going. Do you understand? What time did I say?
It was 3:05. Was that a.m.? Am I waking them up at 3 a.m.?
What did I say about questions? 3:05 a.m. That's correct. All right. So I've got my extra loud lawnmower in the back behind my lovely mansion back there. Do you know what I'm talking about? The germ cave? Yeah. I've got my mower back there. That is specifically your job to make sure that everything is where it needs to be. 3:05 every morning.
You know, they made, like, I've heard that there was, the bloodletter was here, and he made this laser. And what if we put a laser on our lawnmower, and we could, like, silently cut the grass, and it'd be really quick and fast. They're just lasers for the cutting of grass.
Kid, what do you take me for? You think I'm just gonna rip off Maury's stuff? By the way, his name's Maury. He's a very nice guy. He kind of likes his knishes a little bit, you know, soft here and there. Little touches, kid. You'll learn. Don't worry about it. Anyway, but I might have asked Maury about this kind of thing, and he's a little bit remiss to let his death lasers out of his sight at this time. However, you're thinking, and I like that. Let's move on, shall we? So we continue walking down this like 16 square like block radius to this huge bunker area. It looks completely out of place in the middle of these like 4 to 5 bedroom like houses in the area. All right, kid. This is the storage vault for pretty much every evil and nefarious plot that these old timers have been thinking of. All right, you remember the world famous like 15 con death ray that Dr. Oh man, what's his name? I mean, his real name is Michael, but you know he really doesn't like to be called by it. No,
You mean the Doombringer? The Doombringer. I played with his action figures all the time. It's in there. The 15. Can I touch it? There's that was a question.
Well, I'm glad you realized that, kid. Yeah. Dr. Doominator's 15 con death ray is in there, along with, you know, a couple of super plagues that might have a chance of wiping out humanity. You know, don't even worry about it. That is my business. We're fine. Things that are expected of you. Mowing going on at 3:05 every single morning. Maintaining the super smart squirrel thought control array. That is your business. All right. Third thing is maintaining all of the birdhouse death lasers, the mini lasers for the kids, you know, for the grandkids that come around.
But
all right.
I have a question.
You know what butts are for, right, kids? Right, kid? Butts are for the super genetically enhanced monkeys, all right? All right. By the way, that's also your purview, so you might want to kind of read up on that. There's a wiki about it. I kind of wrote a wiki. I'm getting really like good with this like whole computer thing. So, mowing the lawn, 3:05 a.m. Maintaining the squirrel thought control array. Maintaining the birdhouse death arrays for the squirrels. Look, I don't.
That we made super smarts. We made them smart, and then you're gonna kill them? Like, hypothetically, could we just leave them stupid?
Everybody's got to have their hobbies, kid. All right. Everybody's got to have their hobbies. You keep them happy, they don't destroy the world, which should be other people's business.
I mean, I'm retired now.
Anyway, keep going. So this warehouse more or less off limits. Let me show you the secret squirrel deflector array over here. So we continue along the tour, and it's a various montage of the deflector array, the mind controls, the energy output that it takes to focus the super special rays, the various cures to the plagues that have been accidentally released within the 4-block, and then finally the generator that controls the entrance and exit to this 14 square block villain
habitat.
That's right. Which leads to the question why the gypsy bus actually gets in and out. Details. Anyway, so we're wrapping up this montage of
science.
I'm sorry, what?
Science.
And so we wrap up this montage, and we kind of we walk out of this other building. Like, it's slightly industrial, but it has like all of this work done on it, like faux brick and siding that doesn't just quite it doesn't quite match. And then we step out and we're like covered in muck and gook, and I'm just wiping it off of my perfect coverall jeans and my mask, and you're like covered in like the gook and like kind of questioning, oh, by the way, you might want to get these coveralls, kid. These are really, really good.
And
anyway,
the mask?
What about the mask? No, my face. This is my face. All right. All right.
It's lovely.
Yeah. Yeah. I am the knight. Or at least
I think that one's taken.
Whatever. All right. Okay. We all have stories, and we all have regrets. But I do my job, and I do my job well, all right? And someday those peevish... kid, do you like bowling? Do you like to bowl?
Not.
I'm going to ask you that question seriously as I look at you in the eye as your superior in this circumstance.
Love it! Yeah, love bowling. It's so fun with the pins and the ball that knocks them down.
Oh, yeah. Wow, let me tell you.
Yeah. Yay.
Known in my day. Let me tell you. Well, not in my day, in your day, this day, I am an awesome bowler. So, there is a bowling alley right on the border, right outside. Well, kind of on the outside, inside. We have the force field kind of going, like it divides the bowling alley, which, sometimes is a good thing, sometimes may not be such a good thing when you put the force field in full max. I've had to pay the bowling owner couple $150,000. Anyway, you, me, tomorrow night we go bowling. I'll tell you everything. In the meantime, I think you should really try out the lawnmower because it kind of has a bit of a nuclear kick to it. So,
do I need to let best? I still have lots of questions. Like, Like with the rays and the lawnmower. Yeah. Yes. Lawnmower, I got it. No, it's
Are for villains. Henchmen take it to heart. And scene. So, okay, so that was scene one, an establishment tour. Perhaps we want to take some notes. We've got a kind of a Google Doc going.
yes.
I can open it up because we've got a viewer. I don't know who's viewing, actually, which is fun. Let me see. I can't tell who's viewing. Thank you for actually watching this. This is very silly. This is the first time I've tried it. If you don't know who we are, you might know who we are, but I'm sure you do because you're probably in my my little circle of people that I sent an invite out to. We're just trying this. I did. I sent an invite. Isn't that nice?
That is nice.
Yeah. We're doing a Fiasco game right now. One viewer, whoever you are, where we're creating a story. Fiasco was created by Blue Pulpit Games to kind of make a movie. Like it's a role-playing game to kind of create a movie, not just any type of movie, but a Coen Brothers style. Everybody has their thing, and they're going toward their objective, and everything just goes terribly, horribly wrong, like Burn After Reading or Fargo, and it's hilarious and terrible and awesome and awful. So we're doing a play set. Specifically, let me see if I can share it. We're doing a playset by Bully Pulpit Games called Science Comics, and it's pretty fun. And through this, we've generated our characters, and yeah, now we ran the very first scene. Yeah. So what do we want to do? Next thing we want to decide. We've created the spreadsheet. Let's see if there we go. I don't know if you want to see that. But we generated a spreadsheet that did you do that?
Did I do it?
Did you put yourself on the? Ooh, your connection's a little crazy. We need to decide whether that ended well or poorly for me. I mean, this is kind of a neutral scene. It's an establishing expositional piece. I put a lot into it.
You did. I think just because of the scene building and the squirrel. The squirrel, I think you can have that one.
Okay.
It was awesome. It was hard to keep a straight face. We also need a list of supervillain names to have on hand. I found a website.
Oh, okay, you found a website. That's good. If you want to send that website to me. Also, we're just going to take a brief moment and we're going to write down some notes. Oh, there we go. We're going to write down some notes as to kind of what that conversation was like and what we need to integrate back in. Do we have a Q&A feature? Oh, this option is disabled. I don't know why. But,
right? That would be cool. I mean, if you invited them, they can probably just chat with you if they have questions.
Yeah, if you want to chat with me, if you know me, chat
if you don't, then don't.
You know, if you don't feel comfortable, I mean, that's cool. I understand.
Where's your identity?
Huh?
Sorry. Nothing.
If you want to be invited and be Pablo, please send me a message. Because if we had a person to play Pablo, that would be amazing. So, one viewer who's actually viewing. Oh my God, this is good. Why?
Hey, Pablo.
So another feature. I'm really bouncing around everywhere. So the parameters of Fiasco is you kind of pick a playset, and there's several places available, including noir, a haunted house playset, and within this playset is a set of like a grid of parameters that you roll a bunch of dice, and you start removing the dice that are available to play the dice numbers, and assigning relationships and objects and locations that should fit into the storyline. We did that before we started broadcasting. That's why we kind of just dove into it. And then if you didn't join us earlier, we talked a bit about our characters. Um, after each scene is resolved, we talk about it and we decide whether it ends well or poorly. At which point, in a physical game, we would have half black dice and half white dice to determine whether it went well or poorly. But we're just going to kind of suss that out. So we decided that I'm going to have a white die because that ended more or less very well for me.
That means I get a red die, though, doesn't it?
No.
Oh, so it's only if it decided that it ended poorly against me. It's not like a white one for someone. Right. And okay, so it's not a zero-sum game.
Right. Crystal has never played this before, so we're going to definitely be doing a lot of rule mongering and kind of figuring out what it needs to look like and stuff. But Crystal, very obviously, you're doing so well, and I'm so happy.
Thank you. Okay, so I added the name Shady Acres because we have to remember that. I love it.
If you'll give me a moment, I need to get some water because I am. This wine is awesome. Is it? It's Naked Grape wine, which I got for free. So yeah, free wine is best wine.
Good. It's good wine. Mm-hmm. I also have wine in my refrigerator, but it's so far away.
You're drinking water? That's okay. I won't peer pressure. This is not a peer pressure game. No.
It's not how we roll.
I'm like, you know, this started like.
I remember, and that wasn't too long ago. Get yourself some water.
Rug burn?
What? No, water. Get yourself some water.
I was really hoping you were saying rug burn.
Well, then we need a longer break.
All right, seriously, I'll be right back. If you're a viewer that knows me personally, send me a quick message if you would like to be copied on this. We're working on a Google Doc so that we're keeping track of things as we're developing the story. We'll be getting right back to the scenes very quickly. The next person up will be Crystal's character, which is the intern or the person assigned from the temp agency, Terry. Yes, / henchman 3008. So, we'll be back.
I didn't share with anybody, so I don't think I know you. I guess I could. I don't think I do.
Okay. Are we ready?
We need the name of the bowling alley.
Ah, I didn't actually say the name of the bowling alley.
I know, but it needs to be awesome, so I don't want to like put either of us on the spot.
Okay. What is this? What is this? What is this? Nothing. The Bane. Maybe. Yeah, I kind of got that lukewarm. Loki's Pit. Nah.
I like Pit.
The Bane. or the pain? The pin pain. 10 pin pain.
10 pin pain. I like it.
Okay, there we go. You rock.
Alright, so this is me and who?
Now, when you are creating a scene, it is up to you. It could be any of the characters that we've got established, or it could be an NPC that you feel kind of furthers your character along. Excuse me.
I don't have a lot of shit here. Sorry, I'm looking over my character. I'm doing stuff for reasons.
You're doing stuff for reasons, for things?
And things.
Oh, I'm the one that's watching. Nobody else is watching, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
I think so.
Alright, because it's you watching, like, the stream or whatever.
Yeah, I'm looking at,
Oh, that's the best. I'm the one who's watching.
yeah, because I'm looking at the Hangout page. The Hangout on air.
Ah, right.
So. And it says that watching 1, not responded 1, and that's you.
Alright.
Good. That's fine.
Yeah.
That means I don't need to keep explaining things.
Yes. Alright, so I think I'm going to go with Terry. I think we should introduce 22. So,
okay.
Okay, so here's what's happening.
Okay.
What? So here's... Sorry, so Terry's out there, or 3008, is out there in this ill-fitting jumpsuit that is just itchy everywhere and unflattering. As, instead of, like, a name tag embroidered on there, it's just, like, Velcro with, like, something easily replaceable. Like,
Maybe
I know
it's
this
duct
is
tape, not even Velcro, duct
duct
tape.
tape, just duct tape. It's been worn by others, and it's gross. But it's 306.
Rolled up at the sleeves.
Yeah. There's some singe marks, but it's
Something
306.
that looks really like venom on one shoulder.
Yeah. There's some dubious holes. It's like, things have been dead. So it's 3:06 a.m. and there I am, like, trying to pull the lawnmower out of this shed that looks like it's about to fall down. Like, everything's really well organized in there, but it's like this. And as I'm trying to get this lawnmower out, and I look off in the distance, and I can see, like, under one of the lights, this figure kind of, like, sneaking around, trying to be pretty shady. And right about the time I'm trying to decide whether or not to say something, and I pull back, and you just hear, which is weird because it's a nuclear, like, generator, so there's no reason for it to go. I firmly believe 47 has actually put, like, speakers on the lawnmower to make it as loud as possible. And I started, like, pushing the lawnmower, going towards the figure, but I've clearly been heard and seen. And I'm like, Morden!
So the germ guy's he's got you on the lawnmower, huh?
Yeah, it's and I turned it off. I'm just like, are you lost? I have a map. What are you doing?
Oh, good for you. I see.
Where are you going?
He's pretty merciless when it comes to his new henchman, huh? Yeah, I know all about that kind of thing, kid. Don't even worry about it, you know? You just kind of go with it, and you'll be just fine. Don't worry. See, I'll be your friend.
This place has some really intense security. So I wouldn't. Where are you going? Why? Are you here? Do you need an escort? I can get security. So I bet I have a phone.
I
They have
know my way around here, kid. Don't you worry. See, I got my own thing. And he kind of pulls back a slick leather. He's got a very slick leather jacket, and he kind of pulls it back, and it says Henchman 22. I'm sure you've seen my picture around, you know, Henchman of the Month when it comes to this kind of thing, kid, right?
Yeah, they had them. Yeah, no, I totally saw that picture. Congratulations. I bet it's highly competitive. I am
I beat out, like, you know, 21 other henchmen for it, you know? Yeah, there's a crazy bunch.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, kid, you keep on going with where you're going, and you'll be making it big sometime. Don't worry, look at me. You know, and I'm just out here at 305, you know, just keeping an eye on you, kid. Don't even worry.
On me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are you sure? Because you were over there, and I was way over here.
Yeah, but I can tell from even over here, you got the eyes of a winner, kid. All right, I liked it. Yeah. I mean, that jumper, you know, Terry doesn't treat his new kids right. All right, let me tell you. You deserve respect. You deserve accolades. Let me tell you.
I did get the lawnmower going.
All 22 will help you along. All right?
Well, yeah.
I know the ropes around here. See, you don't see old 22 picking up bedpans, right? Or spit shine in the old death rays, right? Yeah.
That is gross. Yeah. Since you've been around a lot, I'm kind of tired of the cafeteria. So where can I get food that is good? Like edible, like deep
food?
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
You don't want to be sneaking into the old folks' homes, all right? Because if you open up their refrigerator, it's either something over-nutritious because they overplan, or it's something pretty poisonous because they poorly plan. All right, they poorly overplan. These old villains, all right, they were filling in their prime, like the Machinator. The Machinator had built all these huge death machines, right? You remember the Machinator?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
He was at a poster in college. Oh, yes.
Yes, yeah, exactly. The Machinator, man. He was a god among the engineering students.
Do you remember? I was watching the news when his mechanical turtles, when they took over the archipelago. Oh, they just started slaughtering everything.
I know, those little brown people, right? Hilarious, man. The Machinator, he laughs and laughs. Look, I got a great relationship with the Machinator. All right, his name's Bernie. Okay, but let me tell you, Bernie, once he designed an AI and then decided to marry it, it was just blah blah. This, you don't love me here, and blah blah that. Update my iOS there. You know. They just go a little too far. You know, they're a little short-sighted. You know what I mean? But a person. What? What do you mean who? What do you mean who?
No. I mean food. Where do I get it?
Food.
I had like a bag of food.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's
all monologuing. You know.
You're very good at it. No, that's good.
We could dialogue later, I suppose, or I could monologue later. You wanted a dialogue.
Yeah, we can dialogue somewhere there's food.
Yeah. Sure. Oh, look. Let me tell you, the best place for food, for fun, for getting together with real good friends. I'm gonna consider us some real good friends. You know, best place to do that, right, is the Bane. The Bane. Yeah, it's our little it's a lot of things. It's a food place. You can get a good amount of booze. You know, beer if you're into it. You know.
Yeah.
Bowling. Are you a bowler?
What? That's the fun place? The bowling place is fun?
I mean, it's fun for me because the look on, you know, number 47's face. Oh, when I kick Easter, ha!
Yeah.
Me.
I bet it's great.
Yeah,
With the pens.
Mm-hmm.
And the ball. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but you gotta have a secret code to get in there. Get the food. Get the bowling.
I thought it. Oh.
And it might cost you, you know, a DNA imprint.
Wait, my DNA? But that's mine.
Yeah. It's not just any bowling alley, kid. I mean, it's like a supervillain bowling alley. You know what I'm talking about? I mean,
to get the food, you need my DNA. Oh.
Not just food. Not just food, kid.
Yeah, the bowling. Yeah, the
bowling alley will give you access to some of the hottest supervillains who are coming to visit their grandpappy and grandmommy around. All right, let me tell you, kid. This is the place you want to be, and all it'll cost you is a bit of a corneal scratch. That's it. Just a small one. Don't worry, I got you. I'll hook you up.
So I do that there, right? Like I can go there. They probably have hang
on. I got something here. All right.
God. Oh.
Look. All right. That number 30, whatever. That germ guy.
27.
You know,
the germ.
He'll do the same thing. All right, and he'll get you food, maybe. You know, but what I can get you the all access pass. I can get you VIP lounge, right? Where you got the Ultimatron, all right? Where you got Dick Weasel, all right? And I know that doesn't sound like very.
What about the hunter? What about the head? The hunter of heads? The head hunter? Have you ever seen him there?
The head hunter, man. The head hunter comes in every Thursday. Yeah, Joe. Joe.
No, I mean it's bowling. It's bowling. But yeah, the head.
Joey doesn't play. He watches.
Oh.
All right, kid.
That makes sense.
So I will say this is a bit of a, you know, it's a bit of a process, but
it's just DNA, right?
You trust all 22, I could get you hooked up.
Yeah. No, like I could. There are. Yeah. No, it's just DNA. It's just DNA. It's just an eyeball, like a scrape of my cheek, right? That's what you said, the cheek.
No, I said the cornea. No, I mean.
You said the cornea. Yeah, you said the cornea. Yeah, you did. Yeah. Dang. Dude. Like, yeah. Yeah.
And so the scene backs out, and all you hear is like a bit of a screech over the lawnmower. And then you hear this like gummy, like, "There's your little curve, wicked, hate the
Oh, yeah. So the corneal scrape, and then like, the scene ends there. Yeah. I like it. You have my DNA. I was late to mow the lawn my first day. Yeah, I did not win this round.
No, you didn't. It's set up for you to fail. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm me again. Look at that.
Yeah. All right, so I have a red one because I failed. That's how it works, right? Or does, because it was my scene, I either get the red or the white.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hang on just a second. I think there's a wildfire in Boulder.
Oh.
Wildfire, Boulder. No. Friendly fire. There's no. I don't see anything yet. Sorry, I just got a message from a friend of mine that was asking if I was okay, so.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't see any updates, so. I think we actually had a viewer because now we have 0 viewers.
Oh.
Unless,
Oh, they went away.
yeah.
Well, now I'm sad.
Hang on. Details. Yeah, it's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be watching. So I don't know. Maybe we had viewers and we didn't. Maybe I'll be able to watch the metrics and see if I've insulted anybody by being a dickweed.
Well, how are you? Yeah. Oh, you did make the brown people comment when she made like something that made Terry racist. The brown. I'm just like, oh.
I said it as a character.
No, I know. It was like, oh, like in my head, I was like, oh no, he was slaughtering the animals that helped Darwin develop his theory and all of that. But no, the people too. People. Like.
Good try.
All right, so it's you and Pablo.
It could be me with Pablo. Actually, I think that's a really great idea. I think
because you had you and me and Pablo, you and Pablo now.
Mhm.
And then
can you kind of tell where I'm setting up with that DNA thing?
You're gonna try and get. I was feeling like you're trying to get into the death race. Am I wrong? Oh, I'm so excited to see. No, don't tell me.
No, you're not wrong. I think that's, I was.
Oh, okay. Oh, I like it. I also like you being all shady at night. Well, 3 in the morning.
We need to make sure that you get the black dye.
I thought it was red.
Whatever.
Whichever one's bad. Oh, I guess it would be black and white, yeah. I think when I was watching it on tabletop, they had red.
Yeah, it's either. It's whatever.
Okay.
Because reasons is the best thing ever.
I stole that. Because this might go out there. I've been playing so much Borderlands 2, and Mr. Torque is the best character ever.
I don't think Is that in one of the expansions?
It's one of the DLCs, and he's amazing. I've never laughed so hard. Like, there's a scene, like, when they're showing him, he's having a conversation with someone, and it's Moxie. And she's explaining something to him, and he goes, "That sentence had too many syllables! Apologize!"
Yeah.
So I stole, because reasons.
Yes.
I stole it.
Long story short, I mean, that is the nature of all creative pursuits.
Alright, so this one, like, I know my character won't be there, but I like to imagine Terry, like, with an eye patch, just really sadly eating food, because there's no one in there. Because I assume this next scene's going to be at the bowling alley.
Next scene will definitely be the bowling alley. And I think I'd like to start by framing it outside the bowling alley.
Okay.
And I think the way I would like to frame it is, hold on, let me make sure I've got my, yep. The Germinator has got his fanciest, like, basically I see him in his coveralls, but with a bowling shirt over his coveralls, okay, and a matching mask with studs, with like he like bejeweled his mask.
What's the symbol on your bowling shirt?
The symbol is probably one of those bacteriophage viruses.
Yes.
With the 47 inside, but around it is like 295. Was that my score? I can't even remember. Like 295.
No, you were 287. Sin Dishes was a little higher.
287. I think that's what it is, and it's like it's loud. It is loud. It's like an Elvis loud, like white, but like gold, like with like gold accents, stuff and studs. You know. Anyway, so he walks up, you know, pops one collar, pops the other collar as he's walking. You know, he walks across a very sad-looking Terry with an eye patch. A bit of a better-fitting, you know, what's the word?
No, Terry's actually in clothes. I feel like Terry is back to like maybe like out of work clothes, like a Hawaiian shirt, some khakis. Terry knows how to leave stuff at home. Terry doesn't have to be wearing the uniform all the time.
Okay, fair enough.
Terry might have been looking for some good villainy.
I like it. Okay.
You dress up for that.
Ooh. But Terry has an eye patch, but he kind of has like a mask or something. You know, like he's trying a little bit to look like a supervillain. You know. You know, and like the Germinator kind of looks at him, appraises him, nods a bit. You know, I'm gonna get my Germinator and my 22 like pretty confused. I'm gonna be honest. Like as far as like the voice goes.
Oh, I understand. I'll give it. I'm gonna try and imitate your 22. But
wait, I still see Crystal though. I still see Crystal.
Well, I'm not there yet. I was talking to his Crystal.
You're like right there. Okay, good. Okay, so basically we kind of see like a pan of a very, you know, it's your standard bowling alley. You've got some nicer cars that are kind of clumped together near the front, but you definitely see like 88 style Cadillacs that in their heyday were really nice in the back. You know, and you see, you know, just a couple of like Volkswagen Rabbits, you know, things like that that are kind of like in the back area. And of course, the Germinator walks because the Germinator prides himself on his very awesome appearance. Again, he walks up to the bowling alley. The bowling alley outside is pretty ramshackle. There needs to be a lot of work done. However, what is the pride is this magnificent neon sign, which is basically a bowling ball, and inside the bowling ball is the face of a laughing villain. And on each face of the neon sign, like of each face of the bowling pins, is one specific hero that's being knocked down, you know. And so it kind of lights up, you know, as like the bowling ball like comes across and, you know, knocks down all of these pins. So that is the bane, the hero's bane for a bowling alley. You see the Germinator kind of like walking up and primping himself, you know, and he kind of looks over to a very morose Terry, you know, who has kind of his eye patch. I feel like Terry's done, like, for him, he's done a lot for his appearance, you know, like it's a pressed Hawaiian shirt, you know, his shoes,
right.
Like his sneakers, he shined his sneakers, so it doesn't really, it's not obvious. You know, and he's still wearing like white socks, but like nice shorts, but like white socks and his sneakers. You know. But the Germinator, you know, at heart, he knows, and he sees potential in this young man, so he looks at him, and he nods, and he kind of like opens up his eyes a little bit, and then he's kind of he like opens and he's like, yeah, and Terry's like, I've got it, flips open the thing and kind of does the same thing, and he's like, yeah, yeah, so he's like, oh, okay, okay. Doesn't know what to make of it. Walks in. In the back end of the alley is the kind of the VIP only zone, and playing in the back end is Passive by A Perfect Circle, which is this incredibly delicious, like angry, beautiful rock music, you know, where there's like bunnies, but like with spiked collars and stuff, and they're serving drinks and stuff to the folks. And in the alleyway, you see one or two, you know, folks like people that 47 knows who are like just playing the occasional game. He's kind of appraising that. 47 decides to strike it on his own and kind of sets up right in the center of the bowling alley. Preps himself. He's got his own ball, obviously, and inside the ball is again the bacteriophage. Now, he doesn't have the numbers in it because he's hoping for a 300 soon, but it's kind of crystal with the bacteriophage in it. Takes out his custom gloves, you know, kind of opens up a little bit, you know, for the ladies, opens up a bit of the coveralls, you know, a little bit of tuft. Now, it is salt and pepper. Nothing
wrong with that.
You know? Terry glumly sits kind of next to him, doesn't really know what to do. And 47 kind of looks at him and nods to the bowling balls. Terry glumly, you know, goes and gets the bowling balls, and then comes down, sits back down, you know, and the Germinator, because now he's the Germinator, because he's got his gloves on, see.
Mm-hmm.
Looks down at his
He's a rock star here.
Looks down at the very nice sneakers, shakes his head, glances, you know, and Terry looks over and nods, okay, and gets up. Germinator is very impressed. See, here's a person who can follow orders without being told as such. It's very important to have potential sidekick or he's a and he's nodding, you know. And as he's glancing and following his eyes settle on 22, who is shining a golden ball, you know, very nice.
I was thinking it might have been the world. Like, it would have been like a globe.
Ooh!
Like, he bowls with the world. Yeah.
Please.
Like, he's set for world domination. He has this bowling ball. It's just this perfect replication of the world. And he's wearing these nice black slacks with black and red bowling shoes, custom made. They have the letters SV imprinted on them. Mm-hmm. He has this red and black, like this red bowling shirt with the black piping. And it just has a scythe on it. That's it. He hasn't gotten imported yet because he's going for that 300 as well. That's what he's going for, like the 300 on the shirt. Mm-hmm. He has lofty goals. And he has like a whole team of people all wearing matching shirts. No scythe for them. No, nothing. Maybe a number with their highest score so far if they felt they need to have that, but nothing too fancy for them. Mm-hmm. But he has like this whole group of like 4 other guys. They look a little burly. Like they got some muscles that look like it makes it hard for them to hold. All right, they're just too much mass, but they're still there doing their thing. And he's 22, 47 over there, because you will always be 47. And they just, this eye contact. Just like, yeah. And he goes back to his game after laughing at you. Because you're not good. You will never hit 300.
I'm going to pause.
Yeah.
Is this Pablo's scene or is this my scene?
I think this should be Pablo's scene.
Okay.
Now that you mention it. Yeah, because we each get our own scene, right?
Yes, exactly. So
right.
Please feel free to take it from here. Who am I in this scene?
You are the Terminator.
Am I the Germinator? Okay.
You're the Germinator. Terry is a background character in this because it's just like Terry's like their grandpa bowling. Alright? Okay. He may be an up and comer, but he has a long way up to go.
Okay.
So his heart's not in it either. It's Pablo and Germinator.
Great.
So as I scoff at you, just over doing your thing. I let off this perfect. I don't know my bowling term. I just let the ball go. It's perfect. It's totally gonna be a strike. But then it starts to spin. Spins a little bit wrong, and it's going for the gutter. It's going for the gutter, and then suddenly this little out of the hole comes this little gadget, and it shoots like these 3 little like ninja stars at the pins as it's rolling, like as it's missing all the pins. Like it totally would have been a gutter ball, but it shoots these 3 pins, and it ends up knocking down 6 pins total with those 3 ninja stars. I adjust my shirts and walk back as I wait for my ball to come back. Because, I mean, knocking down 6 pins, it's a pretty good warm-up. Alright, it's been like 3 days since I played, so I'm like stretching, kind of cracking my knuckles, kind of loosening up. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
And I look at my guys and I'm just like, he's over there playing with such a loser. You should invite him over.
Huh?
We should invite, I'm talking to my henchman, Roxy. He's like, I should invite that old, decrepit man over. He might be of use. So, in feigned politeness, I send one of the bunnies with those spiky stiletto heels over to you with a beer, but it's a cheap one. Like, it's a cheap beer with the invitation to join a friendly little competition. A bowling competition.
So I would say that the frame would be like immediately after that the bunny would come back to.
Oh.
And the beer would not be drunk, but in the beer is another note written on water repellent ink, like the water, like the paper, water repellent, and it says something like, "How's it going, Square? I see you can't win without cheating. I see you can't bowl without cheating still. Sure, I'd love to join you. I'd love to I'd love to beat you again. Signed, Germinator. Signed, Bacteriophage."
Just a stamp.
Yes, exactly. I just have a stamp for these occasions. Clearly.
Listen, your outfit has a lot of pockets. There's a lot going on there.
So you look at the notes, you pin up, and I'm already there.
And crumple it.
In the aisle, yeah. Like I just take it from you, crumple it, look straight at you, drop it, and I'm already prepped in my row right next to you. Because I haven't lost it. I haven't lost any.
It's not cheating, it's ingenuity. Have you not heard of that?
Let's see how far your ingenuity will take you now, huh, Square?
Let's. So we reset the scores. And my henchmen kind of back away. Well, my henchmen. I haven't officially come out in all my evil glory yet, but that's what they are. So now it's just mano a mano. And if I'm anything, I'm a gentleman. Please, 47. You can go first.
No, don't mind if I do. So 47 winds up with his ball. Pardon me. Germinator winds up with his ball and lets loose an amazing, pristine, perfect down the center, well actually slightly to the left so that it can meander down the center and curve back to hit the very center of the pins. What happens?
Well, it turns out one of the pins, as I put my hand in my pocket, I push a button unseen, and one of the pins suddenly gets very heavy. So as all the pins around it are hitting it and spinning and everything, that pin just won't move.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets cleaner. Like, oh, you know, I heard the way you got your number. It was your highest game when you first got here. 47.
Well, you know, kid. Don't overestimate your abilities too quickly. Let me tell you, it'll bound bite you in the ass, huh?
You'd know about that, wouldn't you? I'm sure there's plenty you could teach me about being bit in the ass by your own plans.
I got workman's comp for that, kid. All right.
Yes. I'm sure you live very nicely off of that as well. And your ball like tumbles back up into like a little ball corral. It's just one pin. I'm sure it'll be fine. Nothing wrong with a spare.
Yeah, no, nothing wrong with the spare, huh? So, Germinator winds up for another roll, hits it down, flips a switch on his bowling ball. As it hits this pin, the bowling ball explodes in addition to the pin. So they're both gone, as well as like a big black stain at the end of the bowling ball. And it cuts the owner of the bowling alley sighing and writing down a dollar amount under the Germinator's tab, the bottom of which of like several dozen like dollar amounts. Cuts back to Germinator. Believe that's a spare, kid. What you got?
Yeah. Oh, sit down. Grab my ball. No spinning, no willing. I don't show off with my technique. I like to let my score talk for me.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna put my ball down, and it's just straight. It's one of those things where there's like no spin. It's just straight down the center,
mm-hmm.
And then it kind of like get below. It might be turning, and in my little pocket of mini buttons, I push one, and these blades come out of my bowling ball, and they kind of it starts spinning, and it takes them all down, unless you. It's straight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I break some of the pins.
Uh-huh. It was a really good move there. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Would you like something to drink or eat? I mean, you're my guest in this alley. I think it'd be quite rude if I didn't teach you.
Thank you. I'm good. Can't you get through one bowling session without needing to eat or drink? It's a sign of weakness, really. 22. Square. Just saying.
Yeah.
Sign of weakness.
It's a sign of being comfortable in a place you live.
You get nice and comfortable then. Good for you. In the meantime, as all this is going on, several of these antics are going on, and we see Terry in the background just kind of like watching, like, whoa, this is like epic shit going on. You know, their trap doors are opening, and we see like number 22 like falling through, but like miraculously he's kind of got a hook that like drags him back up. He's like, come on, nice try. And it kind of comes to the point. Let's see, because I kind of want to like jump ahead. Let's like speed this up.
Yeah, we go frame by frame.
right, and that's cool and everything. But it comes to the point where maybe the Germinator kind of like released a sneezing disorder, and like 22 has nothing to like fix it, like,
yeah.
And he can't finish his game. So what happens?
Germs. Fucking germs. It's pollen, isn't it? That's what it. Eating.
Huh?
Tissues.
Can't handle a little pollen, can you, man? You call yourself a superhero, huh? Yeah.
Super villain. Pollen. These tiny little molecules. There's no ingenuity. There's just using what Mother Nature did. You crafted nothing. I create these magnificent contraptions.
Yeah.
You unleash flowers.
Yeah. Right. Where are you in the Hall of Infamy, huh? Hey, I got my place. Yeah, whatever.
Hall of Infamy. You're a fool. You made a mistake. You single-handedly created Lightning Girl. That's what you gave the world. You gave us heroes. I just spilling like everything. You should have been slaughtered. You should have been sent to the pool of indomitable stench. You call yourself a villain. You know what you did? You saved the world. Yeah. You don't belong here. You helped people. You made things better. You and your pollen. That's what you gave us. You gave us heroes. And I stomp away, flanked by my villains, as I'm a sore loser. I pour my drink on the little console that controls like all the scores for our little section, and like fritzes out and everything because you know better. And I stomp away, feeling that you have been put in your place, and I need a Claritin.
Okay, so you stomp away.
Well, stomp away. I have an epic exit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You exit, and like you see these sparks behind you, and you don't even look. You know, people fall, and there's drinks spilled. Yeah. And, oh yeah, it's super epic as you leave, and you burn me pretty good.
Yeah, and I feel like the whole place goes silent because
and
I have no temperature control, and I just laid you out right there in front of all these other villains, in front of your Terry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you know, my shoulders are slumped, and kind of Terry walks up, Like, and there's no words, you know. He's like, is this true? You were saying like all these really good things, and I'm like, come on, kid, let's go, right? Let's go. And I look down, and if my head wasn't so low, I wouldn't see the satchel that you left behind, with kind of a bit of a cassette peeking out. Huh.
That cassette that I always keep with me all the time, because I don't trust it to ever be left alone. That one. Oh.
It's like scene.
Damn.
I kind of like you think of that scene, where it's like at the moment of like where he's lowest, like that's the scene. He finds the video cassette. Was that a good Sin Vicious scene, a good 22 scene, or do we want that to be a Germinator scene? Because we can make the video cassette a Sin Vicious scene in of itself. You know what I mean? Like, I would imagine that the next scene would just cut directly to what that video is. You know what I mean? Like, it's like the Germinator and Terry watching it.
But it's just him.
So
I feel like it'd be the whole. I think it'd be like just for the scene. It would be him introducing it, like that's him blackmailing Lightning Girl, and then it plays.
Mm-hmm.
So you get all of that.
Okay, so like interspersed, like it's a bit of like him saying, "Hey, you know, I'm kind of like I want to be a big thing, and you're gonna help me."
Yeah.
Cut to them looking at the cassette, putting it in, and then cut to like her like, "Why on earth would I help you?" And like cut to him like, "Because I've got something that."
Well, no, I like to think like the tape is just him talking to the camera, and he just because he wouldn't meet her in person. Like she's like,
no, but he would need evidence of blackmailing her.
Well, that would be the tape where he's like, "Hello, Lightning Girl," or might I call you Maria? Because that's what you were calling yourself at that bar down in Miami, wasn't it? That's you don't remember it? Maybe
I'm gonna pause real quick.
Like that. Like that's what I was thinking.
Okay. Well, we can make this one. This one can be a 47 scene.
Yeah, because you found the tape.
Be a 22 scene. Do you want that to be that?
Yeah. You
Okay.
can have another bite.
Do you think it was? Yeah, it was a white.
You found the tape. You found the tape. Like I tried to give it my all, but I did kind of leave you an opening at the end. So you took advantage.
If I'm like pushing too hard or like, you know, just let me know. Just let me know to like back off. Like if you want to
No.
creativity better, like more, and I'm like stopping you, let me know.
No, I keep forgetting the tape, so it's good that you remembered to add it.
I try. You know.
You're like, no, Crystal.
There's this thing that we need to keep in mind. It's important to the story. So
I think that's part of the GM in you.
I know. It's true.
That's good. It's useful. All right.
So now we are specifically on a Pablo scene.
Pablo.
Like, kind of like intercut. Like, do you like that like intercut like building scene?
Right, where you guys are watching it, and
like we're like
I can just imagine 47
like
getting
the scene where like we're kind of like walking home, and like a squirrel is like trying to disable a laser.
the little tool, little hat, little tool.
Yeah, like it's like firing, like lots of electrodes are firing, and like
back and forth. Yes.
Like just this ongoing war in the background. Okay. Hang on just a second. I'm gonna see where my date is. So hang on.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So yeah.
All right, I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I have found Dave. That's the good news. The bad news is he is actually really, really sick. Like he's.
Oh no.
Yeah. Can we wrap up this scene and then take a break so that I can get him some like saltine crackers and stuff?
Why don't we just take a break?
Okay. I mean, if you're good with that. If you want to like write down your thoughts as to what this next scene will, where it'll go and stuff, and we can, you know, take a break for however long. This has been really, really fun.
Super fun.
You're awesome. I'm having a great time with you.
Oh, good. Excellent.
So,
And we need to make him feel better because when we play again, we need 3.
exactly. And it's fun to continue with this story, or we can start something new. I really like where this is going. I really do. So we can continue with this. So, or whatever.
All right. Well, save the Google Doc. I'll type in notes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great idea.
I'm gonna type up the notes and then save everything, and then you go to him. And I might call it a night. I mean, it's already kind of late, and
yeah, I agree. So we'll talk about it. I don't have rehearsal anymore, so we can do something in the evening, a couple of hours here and there. So.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Okay.
Also, side note, writing group. You should start thinking when's a good time for you, so I can add it into other people.
I agree. Most evenings after 5 my time would be, well, probably 6:30 my time, because that'll give me travel time to get home.
Right. Also, I'm sure you'll cut this out if you decide to broadcast, but how awful was I in, like, the reason I invited people? Did you read that in the chat? Yes. I was so excited. I need to read it.
I want to know. I want to know. So.
And I want to know, like, he's had